Thunder the Covers proudly presents Thunder Chats Radio, Under the Thunder.
Thunder, 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 thunder chats. Thunder, 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 thunder chats. Thunder, 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 thunder chats. Thunder, 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 thunder chats.
Podcast radio, yeah.
Hi-oh!
What's up?
Here's what's up. I need to just do this. Here we go. What's up today, mate, is Kevin is not available. Kevin is in the lakes. We're a load of children. Fancy that?
No comment.
No comment. He's being a youth leader. Youth. So instead, I've got my two best friends. I've got Sir Thomas of Lansonville and Sir George of Anglican. Wow.
Anglican War. That's the band that he's in.
Now, I'll give him a real intro. This is Tommy B.
Hiya.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Tommy B. Who are you? Who are you?
I hate doing that. I'm Tom Bentley.
Come on, you're good at this. We've done podcasting many times.
Yeah, but who likes talking about themselves?
Alright, you're
I
Tom.
grew up in Harrogate. I got hit in the face by a swing when I was 3.
That's good enough info. And he introduced me once upon a time to his younger brother, George Parker.
Hiya.
And George is the other guitarist in Crave. He does playing a guitar in Crave, don't you, George?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
He does more swinging his head than playing of guitar. I think.
My neck's still hurting
Do you know
now.
what? All that I see when you're playing guitar is how much you stamp on your pedals, like so hard.
You broke it when we
I
were
did.
making a video.
When we made the video
did.
to Siren, I broke it.
Yeah.
I had to buy a new one.
Well, considering you just mentioned it, maybe we would talk about the first track.
Oh, yes, mate.
Which
That was
we
neat.
were all a part of,
Well,
actually.
that was an accidental neatness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I believe how this track came about was my boss at work was like, oh, I know this girl and she wants this song recording. And he was like, and you know what it's like, if you can get a girl into work, then it's all gravy, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
So yeah, it was. I guess it was all about chasing a girl, but then
Did it work for him? I'll take that as a no.
No, I don't think he was chasing him. I think they knew each other from Monty's, I think it was. So so it was just like, oh, I've got some work to do, and he was like, oh, I can do work.
It started in Monty's.
It started in Monty's and ended in Ponty's.
in a warehouse in York.
All right, so this is getting intense.
Dark.
Anyway, this is Siren, and George is played on this. Aye, George.
Yeah,
You need to say more than yeah.
I did the video for this.
Oh,
It was-
Tom. Yeah.
you can't see the video though because it's only on the
Can't,
radio.
but I'll put a link right in description or even in video annotations, and
Oh, man.
and then that way you can get a link to see video.
That's well advanced, that.
Yeah.
It's
So
a proper good video as well.
right, this I tell you what, this
You're
podcasting
welcome.
business, it's difficult without Kev.
Is it?
Yeah, because he runs all the blooming. He's the puppet master behind there.
Well, I'm sorry we're not good enough for you.
You're not. So let's just go with it. This is Siren Live by me and my band, Crave.
Enjoy.
Yes.
was Crave with Siren.
That reminded me of how much fun that was to make that video.
I was
a lot of fun,
guitaring
wasn't it?
a lot of the way
And
through that.
That's a one-take beauty, that, isn't it?
That is a one take. There is that. Yeah, that's how it
We did
was.
a practice,
Yeah.
and that
We wanted to do more, didn't we? But I was fannying around so much.
As is your way.
The thing is, we were setting up from like
I can go
2
a
in the
bit faster
afternoon.
than you can make a song.
it was freezing in that warehouse as
It
well.
was really cold.
We had to set up big blinder lights.
We had to sit on our hands
heat
for
us.
ages so we could actually play.
Yeah, it was freezing. It was like November time, wasn't it? Like proper. It was
Excuses,
really
that.
Hence
cold.
why we were
like
all wearing jumpers in the video.
That's alright
Which
for you.
you'll
You were
notice.
up on a tall shelf, my friend.
That's what I do.
Heat rises
I mainly live on shelves.
Tom
like a
rises.
book.
I do rise.
Tom rises like a gravy.
Like a gravy.
Or a phoenix.
Anything else we could say about that track? It tends to go down quite well live,
yeah.
doesn't it?
It
Especially
does always
to
go
the
down
night.
well live.
We were just discussing during the track there that when we played a gig just last Sunday, which was 4 days ago, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's now Wednesday. It was Sunday when we played a gig, and when we played Siren, it erupted. I'll be honest. All 4 people in the crowd, they erupted.
Chaos.
There's at
Well-
least 5, come on.
There was, to be honest, there was 5, and they all clearly heard it on YouTube, and they were like, "Oh,
Just like the squirrel.
And that guy, your friend from work, he was absolutely loving it.
Best gig ever!
He talked to me for about 10 minutes
Cornered
after
you.
telling me, well,
Grabbed you by the...
he was telling me,
Jump off of your beard.
he was like, you need to play, when are you playing again? Play more gigs. And then some other people he was stood with were like, do you know what you ought to do? You ought to like get some CDs recorded and just like hand them out.
Have you thought about, like, you know...
Have you thought about recording
some
songs?
music?
I was like, well, we self-produce, but you know, we got jobs, we work, we got life, we got finances.
We are human beings.
I'm a human doing
Oh...
it all.
Gene Simmons, out of that band Kiss My Makeup, he said recently that rock and roll is dead.
Lie!
I think that's a total lie.
That song proved him wrong, I think.
I think rock and roll went away.
I don't think
it is.
rock and roll
It's
went
come
away. I
back.
think rock and roll went a bit underground. And if you've heard such acts as Jamie Lenman,
Yeah.
very
that's
rock and roll, current, and that new band that DJ Trev recommended.
Big shout out to DJ
Oh,
Trev.
I think you will really like that album, Tom. It screams you will like
It
it.
is heavy.
They're
But then,
called
like,
A lot of F words
Even
in it
if
too.
you look at things like Royal Blood, their
yeah.
album's been really,
In fact,
really popular.
they went
quite
to number
mainstream.
one.
Yeah.
Number one.
Bring Me the Horizon, their album
Yeah.
went to number 1. Deftones went to number 2, their new album.
It's not already new.
so-
No,
it
no
ain't
doubt
dead.
the Foo Fighters will go to number 1. No
Rock and
doubt
roll
when that's
straight
come
away.
out. Because Wasting Light went up to number 1, didn't it?
did,
what,
yeah.
what are you whispering there?
My accent was terrible with that. I just realised I was like, rubbish.
You
don't
looked
matter.
suicidal over that.
Matter. George hung his head.
It just took my time.
he wept a little bit.
I've done a bad accent.
Well,
I'm dead.
that band, which I must
It's
recommend
got
to
6
people.
in it,
They are called
so I need to know.
not the Dillinger Escape Plan.
But they are also good.
Yeah, they're very much like Slipknot, but
Very much.
his voice, dare I say, he sounds better than Corey Taylor at his prime.
Have you
It's
heard
like-
Slipknot's? Have they released a new album?
They released a new album.
Is
I've
it
got
good?
it downloaded, but I haven't had a chance to properly analyse it
I
No,
heard
yet.
well,
one
no.
person said it was very good, and one person said it was very bad.
If you
DJ
take
Trev said it were good.
If you take it as not Slipknot, it's mint.
I think
His
I'd
voice
just-
is so different.
Okay, well, next track. This is for Tom. This is called Ferret Frenzy.
I like it
think-
very and the frenzy.
Did you
It
know
does.
that you can tie a ferret in a knot and it will be fine?
What?
Seriously. They're very bendy.
Where
It's a fact, look it up.
you read that? Wikipedia.
Is that off the toilet shop?
It's
I've
true,
never
alright?
in my life been speechless in a fact.
It's
You
a true
can tie
fact.
a ferret in a knot. Okay, if you think that's absolute
I think
gash,
that's true.
dislike this video. If you think it's true, like it.
I think that's cack.
Cack phrase. Okay, here's
Ooh.
Ferret Frenzy. See what you think. I want expert reviews from you, Tom,
Right.
afterwards.
Deal.
This is it's by Flails.
When you said metal, that sounded like it was Pon the Song.
It was.
Pon
There
the
we
Song,
go.
by the
That
way,
was
that's how you say
Flails
it.
with Ferret Frenzy.
I like that. I got a bit lost at the end there.
I was.
Not
my
lost
foot
like,
was
oh, I don't
going
know what's
mad.
happening. Just lost like I was in
George
the song.
lost his mind and his toes were just topping away.
You should have seen my foot.
Should have.
It's like
Well done,
section.
Flails. Liked it.
Yeah, they're cool. Maybe I'll give you their music as well because they're. Yeah, I think you'll like them.
Put it in
I
his
must.
hand.
I must remember to give you some Calvinists as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ow yeah.
Ow, yes.
So yeah, that was Flails, that was Alid and Jim. I mean, we're constantly reminding everyone of Jim Green, but there's also Alid and there's Joe on the drums.
Aled Jones.
No,
It's all gone wrong for me.
Alid. No, it's not Alid.
Aled.
It's a different Alid. He's got quite a curly hair.
So is he
Got
not?
quite a
He's
curly
got
hair.
sort of like a red. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Oh. Okay, we've waffed quite a lot already, so maybe we'll go on to standbys.
Yeah.
So we've played these before. I recorded this a fair while ago now. I think this was a project that I got due to MySpace.
Oh.
Yeah, they found me on MySpace. They were like, "Mate, will you record us?" And I was like,
yeah.
"Hey, right likes onions." So
Like a monkey.
like a monkey. So this is the standbys with "Are you ready?"
Yes.
And are you ready for the fuzz? Because these guys, they got the fuzz. Here it comes.
Got the photos.
It's like you're running in an incredible rain, Harry.
Pull over.
I'm trying to tell you just how to feel. Go! I'll show you how to get off. Me! We're always fighting on the battlefields. You better get up and go. Are you ready? Come on, let's take a ride now. I can feel it, come on, let's take a ride on down. What? Oh, what the hell do you think you're looking at? You better get yourself lost. Me, we're always fighting on the battlefields. You better get up and go. Are you ready? Come on, let's take a ride now. I can feel it, come on, let's take a ride on down. Are you ready? Come on, let's take a ride now. I can feel it, come on, let's take a ride now. Are you ready? Come on, let's take a ride now. I can feel it, come on, let's take a ride now. Are you ready? Come on, let's take a ride now. I can feel it, come on, let's take a ride on down.
The standbys
Cowbell.
with "Are you ready?"
I
And were
enjoyed
you
that.
ready?
Well, no, I wasn't actually.
You weren't ready.
But I am now.
When it happened,
I wasn't ready for it,
but
but I liked it a lot.
I
Yeah.
would buy their songs.
do you know, the thing about all these bands I recorded is I don't think any of them have made any of it available online.
Well, they're
But
silly.
I know, but what I might try and do is put together some kind of compilation album via Stu
Yes.
Audio, and I'll pay them out,
Yes.
pay them royalties and all that, and get it online.
idea.
Because there's all this music that I have stored away on my computer that basically no one will hear because the bands have either unstormed or whatever. Oh, sorry, George, am I boring you? George is taking his headphones off and he's giving himself a cat shower, like licking his hand and like stroking his beard. And...
I'll clarify. My headphones were pulling my hair and it was causing me great discomfort.
You're a terrible human.
Get out!
I liked that song a lot, you know, I really enjoyed that. And it had cowbell in it.
It did.
And fuzzy guitars.
Yeah, they're really, like I say, they're really interesting. I really liked working with them. And it's a shame that they're not going anymore. Yeah, they're called the Standbys, but I think they all went to uni in different places. Yeah.
They're not on standby anymore.
Well, they are technically on standby.
But not if they're not a band.
That means they're off.
They've been turned off.
Plug's been pulled, mate. No plug anymore. Plug were pulled, and it were cut off. Replaced with hairpins. I think an interesting thing to note about that is I very drastically changed the sound in mastering. I put a delay on the entire track, which is why it kind of has that. It's like a really tight slapback delay, which makes that's what you call it, slapback
like
delay.
Like a slap on the back.
Which
really
makes it really intense and really like, and you can hear that. And that was a very big change to make at the mastering stage, and they really liked it. And well, I mean, I finished the project and they had already finished as a band, so kind of gave it to them and they were like, all right, yeah.
Cheers.
They actually they wrote a track for, I think it was Grimmy and Annie on Switch, BBC Radio Switch, who were playing like new and upcoming bands. You could make them a theme tune, and they made one. Maybe I'll play that sometime as well, another time. But like I say, I might see if I can get some kind of compilation going with all these bands on, because I think people will like it.
You can do it.
Yeah. Well, next up, we have got a treat.
Oh, DJ, play me a song.
Oh, Mr. Songwriter, play a song. I was trying to recite Vic Reeves' song that, Cottage Cheese and all that.
Every time I ever hear the name Vic Reeves, I just think of cottage cheese and voodoo.
Try it once and you'll agree that cottage cheese is the only cheese guaranteed to please.
Not so much a cheese as a residue, but a residue that's good for you.
It's the kind of cheese you don't need a grater. Keep it in your refrigerator. Let's go to the next track. This is the Calvinists again.
Oh, I'm excited about this one.
Tom's excited because he's not had any chance to listen to album yet, and I think he's right gonna like it. And I love this album. I listened to it today at work, and the guy I was working with was like, is this like gypsy jazz funk rock psychedelia? And I was like, yeah, it is, yeah. And he was like, it was this, and I was like, well, I produced this myself in Ireland, and he was like, oh, gravy. So this song is called Padded Cell, and the guy who sings it is called Mark, and I stayed at his house. Yep, hi Mark. Sounds like a brand of hi-fi or something.
Yeah, cheap hi-fi.
Hi Mark. The new subwoofer from Hi Mark. So this is Padded Cell.
Everybody said it would be I don't mind, cause when I'm bored I bang my head against the doctor said I'm at a table telling me that I'm unstable. I don't mind because I know they will give me drugs, make me go la 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 la. make me go la 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 la. Make me go la 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 la. Make me go
That were good.
Oh, the Calvinists.
Quality.
Padded Cell.
A lot to appreciate in that
Yes.
track. Good.
Many.
We're all just speechless.
I got an itch. It's made me get an itch. It was
Every
that good.
every
It's
time I
giving
hear
Tom
those
hits, that's how
tracks,
good it is.
it just yeah. There's so much I could say about that whole album, but so much, so little time, really.
Yeah.
Buy it.
Yeah, you can. I'll put a link in the description to all the bands that we play. But you should definitely get their album because it is proper zang-tastic. It's one of those albums where it's a little bit short in the way that it just leaves you gagging for more.
Yeah.
And me being friends with band, I have some extra tracks. One of the things I was going to say was when they perform that song live, they actually they make it quite theatrical, and they sort of actually pretend to sort of go mad in that sort of interlude bit in the middle.
Oh, what?
I remember I've got video footage of it from one of the gigs. Mark, who is the guitarist and the guy that sings that song as well. There was at the gig. There was like tea and biscuits and all this, so they were drinking tea between each song. He had this like proper antique teacup and saucer, and in that crazy mental bit in the middle where they're all pretending to be crazy, he picked up the teacup and just started like jangling it into the microphone as well. It kind of sounded like, you know, on Lara Croft Tomb Raider where the butler's on it. It's like it sounds like that, yeah. I can't really get the right tone because I don't have any fine pottery wares on me. But
8-piece band live, did you say?
Sounds like that.
A bit like that, yeah.
I'll do my belt back up now.
Don't bother, friend. Just leave it undone.
I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, when they played live, there was drums, bass, 2 guitars, a mandolin. Ooh. The trombone player came as well.
Now I like a trombone.
And he was a phenomenal trombonist, I will tell you. He was called...
Is it trombonist?
Tromboner.
Tromboner.
That's what I get when I hear a trombone.
Tromboner.
Have you seen that video on the YouTube of the guy who...
I know what you're going to say.
GoPro on the end.
Yes. Very good.
He
His
actually
face is
removed
hilarious.
the video.
Did he?
It's back.
Yeah,
It's
is it back
now,
on?
back.
His original one, or
It's exactly the same. Someone else has uploaded
I think
it.
someone else had ripped it.
Yeah.
I need to find what the name of that guy was though that did the trombone. I think he was. I want to call him Aaron, but it wasn't Aaron.
May you hand me that
Alan?
that there cover?
Very good artwork as well on that.
It is.
Yeah,
like
this
it.
it's all hand drawn by
yeah.
one of the locals. Where's it? Where is it? Oh, it's called Paul Dunley, and he while we were recording his own personal album, he's like a producer as well. He does jazz. His
Jazz.
album was that week #1 in the iTunes chart of jazz.
Wow.
Yeah, so mental, and he was really good on trombone, like insane. They basically they had him for 2 days. Well, initially they had him for 1 day, but it was going that well that they were just like, "Can we get you again tomorrow?"
Yeah.
They were just singing melodies to him, and he was playing them back straight away. They were like, "Can you try something like ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da?" And he just like straight away. He was so good, and we recorded. I think there might be trombone on nearly all of the tracks of this album, and we did it all in like about a day and a half. And it
I'm
was
so
mental.
envious of musicians who can just like, if you say, "Oh, try doing like do do do," and they can just like do it on any instrument straight away.
Yeah, and I guess I've got to kind of dedicate that track to Tig, the bassist, who so tragically passed away in a car crash at the end of last year. So the Calvinists, I don't believe that they're going anymore, but you can still get the album, and the band, well, a couple of the members have formed a new band, and I'll post a link to that band because I can't off the top of my head remember what they're called, but I would definitely keep an eye on those guys because they're destined for
Talented
greatness.
folk.
It's the guy that sang Padded Cell is in the band, this new band, with the same drummer who was also one of the main backing vocalists. One of the other tracks I played where there's backing vocal that's like hi ya ya ya.
Oh yeah, it's called
Brandon Kane.
Brandon Kane, yeah.
But the drummer does all the backing vocals for that. He's really talented as well. Called Dara Cookley. Anyway,
Shout out
let's
to all the singing drummers, Kev.
yeah,
Kev.
singing
good
drums.
album,
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
Kev. It is.
Kev.
And look, I got it signed by them because I am their friends. Yeah.
Will
So
you be my friend, Steve?
I will consider it. I'll put you on the waiting list. It's quite long, friend. I'm kidding. I'll touch you once, shoe.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, okay, let's jump in with that next song because we're waffle-tastic now.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, I'm excited. I think you like this. This is a band called Buffalo Bones. They're from Leeds. I hope they're still going. I'm pretty sure they are still going. They were starting to get quite well known on the Leeds scene, and once you get known on the Leeds scene, you kind of can go down to London, start playing London, and then you sort of get big. But these guys are like a really rock and roll kind of rock and roll. But this is a live track called The Sickness, and I recorded it while I was at uni. The venue was right outside of the university I went to, which was Leeds College of Music. Aww. And it's very ballsy and rocky, and it's very short. So, Kev, listen out, because you're going to love it.
There's one for you.
There's one for Kevin.
You like short and balls.
Right in the nuts. Bam.
I've had enough of this unity, it leaves me all alone.
That was Buffalo Bones.
The bones of a buffalo.
So what can I say about that song, really?
No. You can't say anything.
There was something. There's one thing you can say about it. There's actually a video to go with that song as well.
Make a video.
You're much better at autocorrect than me.
You gotta go like that.
I'm gonna touch you with my. Come on. This is a
family show.
It's a tablet show.
Wow.
George.
Are you in the Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah. What do they sing?
That.
That's basically it, yeah.
Oh yeah. I got a feeling.
That's perfect.
Oh. Okay.
Stop.
Well, this next song is by a band called Kicking Valentino, and they are so not together anymore.
So.
It's actually my friend George White is the drummer, and it's the same guy out of Skio. And we'll play some Skio at some point. I think I'm gonna have George on the show, and we'll play a load of Skio.
Oh, that'd be good. I like George.
Maybe he should come on the next one.
Well, he lives down in Chatham,
And he's got a baby.
You sounded like Bieber.
You are too good at autocorrect. We'll have to get you on the next Amaze Ballin', whatever that is.
Maze bowling.
Anyway, this is Kicking Valentino with Dave. They recorded this at a studio in York, and they were so unhappy with it that they were like, can you do something with this? And so I did. I remixed it, and then they were like, oh my gosh, it's so good. So, yeah, check it out. Kicking Valentino. Here it comes.
This is called Dave.
Dave.
I faintly recall lying on your floor. These days are short, these nights are long, and these days are too good to last. So take my hand, we'll run all night and come out with me. I'll show you what I mean. I lie awake and think about you. Empty promises that seem so full with life like this. So take a breath, you're all I need now. Come on, it's not like I ever let you down. Come on, you feel you gotta get out of town. And if I drive for hours and stand out in the rain, these pills I take are useless. I recall I missed you just the same. I'll be just fine, waiting here to lose my mind. I hope you get my SOS and you build it up. I jump this wall, you were there to break my fall. It takes two to tango with me, and when you go it's not the same. I lost my heart in your fast lane. I've gotta see you cause I can't sleep now. It's warm outside but cold in here. I feel your heartbeat beat, my dear. Well, I still miss
miss you, I don't wanna miss you. Come on, it's not like I ever let you down. Come on, you feel you gotta get out of town. And if I drive for hours and stand out in the rain, these pills I take are useless. I recall I miss you just the same. Sorry, but it's not the same as guilt. You're in my room, you're standing right there. I don't know you at all. I'm mad about you, I'm lost without you. When you come around, we'll get a little drunk and we'll talk about it. Come on, it's not like I ever let you down. Come on, you feel you gotta get out of town. And if I drive for hours and stand out in the rain, these pills I take are useless. I recall I miss you just the same.
Skateboard.
That was a kicking a Valentino.
That was a catchy number.
It was catchy. They were very much going for the time DeLonge.
That Blink 182
Blink
sound.
182, yeah. But I don't think they were actually. I think they were aiming Foo Fighters. They used to do a lot of Foo Fighters covers. But yeah, there's some stories I have about them, but I don't know if I should tell them in case any of them listen and come beat me up. Well, particularly the bassist is like, I'm sure he's like a bodybuilder now. Although, yeah.
Bodybuilders can't move very fast. They're like germs.
All you gotta do is cover yourself in butter. Never catch it. But you also have to be naked.
Well, this got awkward, if I'm honest. Yeah, the bassist from that band, Kicking Valentino, actually tried out for Crave before we found Dan.
I love Dan.
I know, I'm so glad that we found Dan. But yeah,
Dan.
this was the bassist out Kicking Valentino auditioned by. I was at a party at his house, and he auditioned when he was very drunk. He put a Nickelback video on and sang along to it with his eyes closed, and then it was really like horrible. And then afterwards, he walked straight over to me and was like, "What do you think?"
Okay, bye.
Did you cringe melt into the ground?
Yeah, and then
what did you say? That must have been
do you know? I really can't remember.
uncomfortable.
I think I was tongue deep in some girl.
Oh, you little player.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'd have left the room. He'd have lost me at Nickelback.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, what? Wait.
Nickelback was his favourite band.
Oh dear.
I did try
where
and
Nickelback get booed off stage at their own gig.
yeah, and they're like,
So
"You guys want to see a Nickelback concert?"
ready to see some rock and roll?
And everyone's like, it's like the sound of like a man in the back, like, "No,
No, get off the stage.
That's amazing though. So many people paid
Where's Miley Cyrus gone?
paid a full price ticket to go and see
I know,
Nickelback
just
to boo them off.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only fair.
So yeah, like I said before with the
To
Kicking
any Nickelback
Valentino.
fans out there.
Sauce.
No, I mean
Sauce,
it's.
but not sauce.
Do you know what? If you're into it, whatever floats your boat. I like Katie B, so
I quite
crucify
like
me.
Katie B.
You are on my team.
I took some photos
You
of her
did. I would.
at Hyde Park.
Tell you what, I'd take some
Not in
photos
a
of her.
voyeuristic
I'd take
way.
some
It was a gig.
footies of her.
I'd take a photo of
I
you.
ate a photo.
Listen! I've got my camera! Clack! That was a photograph! Clack! I'm
Okay.
gonna
That's
face!
like every Scottish photographer, just angry.
Clack!
All right,
Say cheese!
let's go with the next track. This is this next one. I'll let Tommy introduce it because it's this little lady. So this is Tom's personal friend.
My lovely friend Lucy Spraggan, who I haven't seen for ages.
Does anyone know who is Lucy Spraggan? I hear you saying. Well, do you not remember X Factor of
last year. Was it last year?
I think it might have been the year before last
I'm
now,
being a
yeah.
bad friend right now, but I'm
It's
not
alright, I
remembering
mean,
exactly what
X
year it
Factor
was.
happens so often, I think she'll,
It does, that's true.
you know.
Anyway, she went on it, she did really well, and she actually played her own songs because she's not a drone.
Yeah, and she's
So-
actually really nice and really funny and right down to earth and nice like.
She's proper lovely.
She's
And
got
do
a
you know
dog called
what?
Steve as well.
She has got a dog called Steve.
Do you know
yeah.
what? She is actually, her and you were the first people outside of the band to hear the song Siren.
Really?
Do you remember? Because I
Oh.
played it after we'd packed down, I remember I'd said to you earlier on in the day, oh, I've got this new demo and I really want to play it, and you were
I
like,
do remember
play it, and
that,
then
yeah.
and then you were talking to Lucy about Crave, and she was like, oh, have you got demo to play us or something? Put it on. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll put it on. And she was like, that were really good.
That were right good, that.
Yeah, but anyway, so about a week before she went on X Factor, she came here, right?
Yeah, we did some stuff.
Yeah.
We did some videos
We did some
in the
recording in
garden.
garden. Mate, will they ever be allowed to resurface?
Probably
Never.
not. No.
Can I have it?
Have you never seen it?
No, I've seen it, but I just like the video. I just like to have it on my
Oh,
computer so I could show people and be
yeah.
like, do you see this famous face? She came to my house and kissed me on the forehead. She didn't. But yeah, this is a live song. Oh, it's not a live song. It's a
Well,
she
we
did them
it's
all
a live
live.
recording.
So
She's such
how
a
did
good
you get?
storyteller in
Yeah,
her
will you
songs.
tell? How did you get? What happened? Like you sort of bumped into Lucy Spraggan and then started filming her videos and stuff.
Well, I was part of like an online music channel at the time, and she came and did some videos with us, and then we just became friends through that. And then she went on telly, and obviously everything kicked off from there. But in the meantime, we did quite a bit of hanging around and partying and making videos and stuff together.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's
And,
a little diamond.
and one day he says to me, hey Steve, I've got this girl, Lucy Spraggan, and can we come and film at yours? And I was like, come round. And then when you got here, I was like, let's film in garden.
No, let's do it outside, mate.
So
yeah.
you can actually hear the birds sort of.
Yeah, it's very
Tweeting,
nice.
tweeting away.
But yeah, she's such
Chatting.
a good storyteller in her songs. She writes impeccably well.
You can't. What's that whistle?
That's what birds do, isn't it?
Hey! Is there a bird in the room, or are you just pleased to see
There's
me?
a finch in the corner.
Right.
Chaffinch.
Good band, by the way, Finch.
A chaffinch.
Ah, Finch.
Yeah.
I'm writing again these letters to you. Not much I know.
That went 90% emo then.
Well, they were
I
like.
used to
They were
love
like
that
the original
album.
emo band, weren't they?
Do you know? I haven't even
Ooh, don't
heard
say
the
emo.
album.
Come on, they were.
What?
I haven't actually heard that whole album. Maybe I should Spotify it now that Spotify is the part of my life. Okay, I'm gonna play this next song anyway by Lucy Spraggan. It's called "The Tourist."
She said she hated tourists, but she wanted to travel the world. Said the best things in life were free, and then worked all day to feed herself. She said, you never know what you got until it's gone. And she complained about the rain like she'd never seen the sun. She said, good things come to those who wait. And then she waited 4 hours for a cancelled train. She said, you try and catch me, I'll never stop running, with a pound in my pocket and my life inside a bag. You try and catch me, I know where I'm going, I'll be half around the world before you even know I'm gone. She said, I'm moving on. She fell in love with a book once. She fell in love with the page. She fell in love with the author, didn't remember his name. She read, your soul weighs nothing but a lump in your throat. The ones you see less are the ones you love most. So she burnt that book and flew down to the coast. She said, you try and catch me, I'll never stop running, with a pound in my pocket and my life inside a bag. Try and catch me, I know where I'm going, I'll be halfway around the world before you even know I'm gone. She said, I'm moving on. So she's sitting on a train with the bags at her feet. Stories entertain every pair of ears that she meets. She's got gold in her soul. What she wants, nobody knows. She's got 2 right feet and a bag full of clothes. She's got gold in her soul. Sitting on a train with her bags at her feet. Stories entertain every pair of ears that she meets. She's got gold in her soul. Oh, you try and catch me, I'll never stop running, with a pound in my pocket and my life inside a bag. You try and catch me, I know where I'm going. I'll be halfway around the world before you even know I'm gone.
Oh, with the bird
lovely,
song.
that.
Do you know that was a beautiful moment.
I haven't seen it for a long time.
We've talked through basically all of the tracks while listening. The room went dead silent then.
But that is like, you know, I was saying, like,
she
all her
draws
songs are
you
such
in,
a
like-
good storyteller. Like, it always happens. Everyone goes quiet and just listens to what she's saying. It's good.
I'd love to have that video just so I can watch it some more. I wish her all the best because she's a talent. She's actually a talent.
And she's just lovely as well. Like, such a nice.
I always remember the last thing that Mum said to her before she left was like, "Hey, Scoo Audio, and tell them you better hey, and don't forget Steve." Steve,
such a good impression of Shirley.
as what? And well, the studio. She was basically trying to get her to like promote that she'd been here and that, and Lucy was like, "Oh yeah, no, cool, yeah, I'll put a word out on that." His mum was like, "Hey, and you can record albums here as well. You can." So yeah, she's great. I'd love to bump into her again sometime. Maybe when you two have rekindled somehow, you can bring her back and be like, Let's take it back. No, that's on the album where she goes, "Taking it back to the roots. I'm going back to before I met it."
Is that how she speaks?
Tell you what, speaking of roots, I think with a full band, that song would sound ace in like a sort of ska type.
Yeah.
I can hear it.
Like a really happy. Be good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Could be on Jules Holland.
We are pushing time now. There is one last track. And this is in there especially for Tommy. This is actually a demo. This is a Crave demo. This is a world
demo
exclusive.
is an anagram of mode.
So this is called Ricochet, and we'll talk a little bit after because I want Tom's expert opinion. And like I say, it's a demo. This is actually all done. I know Kev would be like, "Oh, me," but this was all done by me. I mean, I drummed it and everything. So
yes, this one's one of mine.
What I'll say is actually the drumming is quite off in places, and Kev will probably spank me for playing this, but whatevs.
He's gonna drive when he hears this. He's gonna drive back from the Lake District and cut your hair off.
Oh.
I ain't got any hair left. If he touches my beard, I will. Right. Okay. This is called Ricochet, and it's where Crave's heading.
While you're aiming to
win.
That's probably one of my favourite new ones that's
Definitely
coming.
one of my favourites.
Tom's sweating.
Flipping heck.
I'm not prepared.
That's LD.
What does it remind you of anything? What does it spike in your
Do you know what it
It's
reminds
like
me of?
something.
go on.
In terms of what it spikes, it actually reminded me of the moment when me and you were at Deftones, George, and they were about to drop into the massive, massive Savage bit in Bloody Cape.
Yeah.
That.
Like it's just an overwhelming like.
I was just like, it was good.
Yeah, well, that's a taster of what's to come, really, in terms of where Crave is heading. I mean, to be fair, though, the next album is so diverse. Like, Smashing Garden is something
Mental.
different, totally different. So I'm really excited to get on with it. And my working situation has changed of late. So basically, I have an extra day now to do Crave and Thunder the Covers and all things. So our next album is now imminent.
Based on that.
Yeah.
Mighty. And I bet that's really good live.
I think it. I mean, yeah, we haven't even like jammed it out or anything
I
yet.
can't even
But
play it. So
I did. I
You
think I
can't play
tried to
anything.
teach you a bit.
we ran through it, but I don't think I had the right guitar.
You're
It's
gonna
an
need
incredibly weird guitar
it is-
tuning. So
that's all my fault. What's our favourite
Because
tuning
you're
at the
up.
minute, George?
3G. It's gotta
3G
be.
we call it. 3G, yeah. Yeah,
But
it's
it's a bit of a secret, isn't it, Steve?
well,
Whoop.
a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to give it away because everyone will be doing it then.
I
But
know.
maybe I could play
All
it.
your stuff recently has just been like epic.
Techers.
Yeah.
Super big songs. I love them.
I think it's when you go through a bad patch in your life, really.
Yeah.
Suddenly all this. I think now that I'm a bit happy, the songs are gonna like decline a bit. But
Don't say that.
no, I'm not serious. I mean, I'm super excited to get on with this album now, and
Yeah.
it has made progress. We are about 7 tracks deep
Got
at the
some
minute.
drum tracks, don't we, and stuff.
Yeah.
Now that you're super happy though, like how
I think it
often
feeds
do you
into
hear, like really badass rock and roll that's about good things?
Yeah.
It's not
I think
actually
it's-
often you hear that.
it's a
Imagine
niche.
how like up there that would feel to listen to that. Like,
Yeah.
be good.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'm excited for it anyway, and George is excited. When I send George a demo, I'd be like, "It's my new favourite song. I love it. Play it again. I want to do it. How do you play it?"
Crave!
Ladies and gentlemen, Mowgli
Here we are for the first time! Crave!
on guitars. Mowgli.
Oh.
And his
Okay.
brother, Blue the Bear!
I'll just mention before we go, our next video is I'm going to have a chance to work on it this week, and that basically means that it's going to be out soon. It ought to be fairly quick, but you know how long I take with these things.
It'll be worth the wait.
Yes.
They always
And
are.
I hope you're all enjoying the Batman drum covers. Have you?
Oh, that's done well.
I've only
that.
seen
It
one.
has done well. We have gained a whole ton of subscribers off those videos. So if you like that, we need you to tell us what you want Batman to play next, because he's quite open to playing anything. To be honest, he'll play blooming.
When he's not busy
Football.
kicking ass and fighting crime.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's draw this to an end because we are way over par for this episode.
We
way
have
over par.
talked a lot.
We're sorry about that one.
It's all right though, because I've enjoyed it. You've enjoyed it. We've all enjoyed it. I think
It's mine and Tom's fault.
I have had a good time.
it's all right. They turned. Do you know? They turned up 2 hours early.
That's the opposite
And whose
of what
fault
I
was
normally
that,
do.
Tom?
Yours.
Yeah,
Hey.
it was my fault.
I've got
Turkey.
I've just
you
got
jive
one.
Turkey.
I got one thing to say to you both.
Go on then.
Here it comes.
Oh.
That was 100% real, by the
And
way.
now the microphone is in my mouth.
Covered in fecal matter.
That was tangible. Okay. Well, guys, it's goodbye from me,
Tangible
Stephen.
dreams. Goodbye from me, Tom.
Goodbye from me,
Mowgli!
George.
Mowgli!
Ladies and gentlemen, Mowgli.
Let's just
Some noise for Mowgli! Metal!
let's end the episode by all screaming Mowgli in harmony. 3, 2, 1. Mowgli!